for choosing Chain Link Theater. We invite you to sit back and relax in the comfort of your car, or gym, or wherever you are. Please remember that talking is permitted during the feature, as that is literally the entire point of the show. So please, turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Rising Sun into Blade, thanks to our next link in the chain, the Wildcat himself, Wesley Snipes.
The what?
Wildcats. You never saw that?
No.
Goldie Hawn, Wesley Snipes.
Oh.
Football.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I don't know anything about that one.
I don't really remember it, but I remember liking it.
Oh, but you're going to bring it up anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway. Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, well, there it is.
I'm not going to waste an opportunity to talk about Goldie Hawn.
You can't. We're covering Wesley Snipes this week.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was born in Orlando in... Oh, 63? The page is gone.
I think 63.
62, I believe. I think he is 63.
Oh, okay.
July 31st, 1962. That's hard to read from over here. He got a bachelor's at the State University of New York of Purchase. Purchase?
Purchase?
I don't know. He started studying martial arts when he was 12 years old and got a black belt. Wow. A black belt in karate.
Yeah. And he was the stunt coordinator for Blade 2, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty interesting.
It's pretty interesting.
I want to see Blade 2 now.
Okay. Have fun. I want to play Baldur's Gate.
This is a man with a long, storied, legendary career. He started in the 80s. Mm-hmm. His first ever acting gig was in All My Children for one episode.
And then Wildcats.
But then Wildcats. Which is apparently a football movie that you've heard of and I haven't. What timeline is this?
Yeah. Well, it's Goldie Hawn and she becomes their coach. I think she's getting divorced or something, and then she takes this ragtag bunch of guys. I think they're college football.
Quit selling. I'm in.
It's rated R. Are you further in?
Oh, yeah, further in.
Further in. All right,
I love
cool.
cuss words.
I do too. Oh my gosh. And then he was in Major League.
He was in Major League. He started in Michael Jackson's Bad video, too,
yes.
Which I did not know. I did not remember that.
No.
He turned down a Spike Lee appearance in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing so that he could be in Major League because the part in Do the Right Thing was too small.
Yeah.
And then he did King of New York, which is one of his more highly rated things. He's in White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson. He's in Rising Sun.
Demolition Man.
Which he tried.
He did a good job in Rising Sun. It wasn't him.
I know. The movie's not good.
No.
He tried. Demolition Man.
Even the video game.
He's in Demolition Man, the video game. He's in Tu Wong Fu. Just a laundry list. He's in U.S. Marshals, as one of our commenters pointed out.
If you're a millennial, you know who Wesley Snipes is.
Yes. And somebody might not.
I mean, he's one of our first superheroes we ever got.
Blade 2, Blade Trinity. Certainly our first Marvel.
Oh, and that's an interesting thing. He holds 2 awards or like records for Marvel. One is being the character the longest without being recast, which he beats out Hugh Jackman for that because Blade came out in 1998.
Yeah.
And then he also has the biggest gap between appearances as that character.
Because Blade Trinity came out in 2004 and then he reprised it in 2024. But he's been Blade 4 times and Wolverine's been in like 38 movies.
I don't care.
So that's the technicality for me. But yeah, it's true. He's in the Guinness World Book of Records for that.
Is it still a book or is it just like a website now? Like, remember
they still call it that.
We would go to like our book fair and I think I got like the 1998 edition of Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, that's the year this movie came out.
Yeah. And I had it until I think right before we got married when I finally got rid of it because I no longer needed that.
Yes.
So, man, is it still a book though that you can buy? Probably not.
Probably not. I don't know.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Print is dead. We all know
No.
that. Yeah. He was in Expendables 3. He just did a million other things after Blade that I don't think he needed to do. Do you want to talk about what happened in 2010?
Oh, when he went to prison.
He went to prison for tax evasion.
Which honestly, like, this, not to get anything, but like what he did was not any worse than what our own senators do.
Yeah, I guess he spent like 3 years not paying his taxes to the tune of like $11 million.
Oh no.
Yeah, which is he got found guilty of misdemeanor and then served prison time for some reason.
Because he got acquitted for the more serious crime of defrauding the government. I don't give a shit, and I honestly don't know why he went to prison for that.
Yeah.
So
he served 28 months.
Too long.
The only thing, I feel like we have to mention it because that's like the biggest thing millennials know about him. And even if you go to Wikipedia, it says active 1985 to 2010, and then 2013 to the present.
I think that,
which is stupid.
I think it's bullshit. Honestly, I don't think that he should have gone to prison at all for that.
Yeah, free Snipes. He even released things between 2010 and 2013.
Probably stuff that was already
of course, things that were already done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb to not call him active. That's fine, though.
But Wesley Snipes is another person who, at least I've always known who that is. Yes. Probably because of Wildcats, because Wildcats came out in '86, and we watched it.
You know who he is because of Wildcats, and a movie I've never heard of.
Wildcats and Demolition Man and Blade.
Yeah, Blade. Blade for me.
And Major League.
I knew who he was because of Blade, which I'd never seen.
I've seen way more Wesley Snipes movies than I've seen Tia Carrere movies.
I don't think I can say that.
Really?
I don't think so. I think this might be my second after Rising Sun.
Whoa, wait. What?
I've seen Demolition Man.
Have you?
Yes, you did this last week.
Have you seen Demolition Man?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know that I believe you.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine. Do you remember Demolition Man?
No, I don't remember Blade.
Okay.
Just got off the couch from watching it.
All right. That's why I take notes.
Yes.
But yeah.
So yeah, what's your history with this movie then?
My sister is 8 years older than myself, and so she got married when I was 12. And then when she had her own apartment, she would come and get me or Jacob, and we would go have a slumber party at her house, and we would go to the local video store, and you could get like 10 VHSs for $10, and she would let us pick out all the VHSs we wanted to watch, always intending to watch all of them in one night, which never happened. But I watched Blade at her house.
You guys usually watched horror movies.
We did, yeah.
And on the Wikipedia, it says he won an award at the Blockbuster Entertainment Awards for Best Horror Actor for Blade.
Yeah.
So I guess it's horror.
Honestly, I think he did a great job. Not until the end of this movie did all the corny lines start coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
And honestly, hot.
Yes. That is one species of a man.
It really is. To make those sunglasses look good, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. The Facebook profile photo.
Literally.
Sunglasses.
Like the worst sunglasses ever, but he works them.
He does work them. Donald Logue does not.
Donald Logue also could get it back in the day. I mean, honestly.
Okay.
They're the only two people in this movie.
Well, Stephen Dorff.
Who is that?
Of Blade fame.
That's a guy who I thought was from My Chemical Romance, and he's not.
He looks like he was the lead singer of some 2000s band.
He does. He's got like the longer hairstyle
sort
with it. And he's pasty, so he just looks like an alt rock kind of person.
The screamo guy.
Yes.
He looks like the lead singer of Chevelle, kind of.
Yeah. It threw me. And then one of the women in this looks like the current lead singer of Linkin Park. So I was just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure, what's her name? Emily?
Yeah.
She based her entire feeling off of the blonde chick in Blade.
Yeah. I've been noticing, because a lot of the movies we cover are late 90s, that the Attitude Era was not limited to wrestling.
No. Like, so wait, when did Matrix come out?
99.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why no millennials care about anything. This is what we were raised on. Just like, I don't know. We're all just sassy.
That's true.
I don't know. At least all the ones I know.
Yeah.
But.
We teased a major announcement last episode.
You did.
Do you want to talk about that?
I don't even know what it is.
Yes, you do.
Go for it.
We have a major announcement about the future of this show. The main feed is going to stay this way.
Yes, chain linking
Actors to each movie. Nothing will change on that front. We are adding a Patreon.
We are.
We have decided, since Avengers Doomsday comes out December 18th of this year, we want to rewatch every single Marvel movie leading up to it.
Yes.
And if we start March 27th, we can do one a week.
Right.
Because there are 38.
Yeah.
So on March 27th, we are launching a Patreon. We're actually launching it a week earlier than that. Rewatching every single Marvel movie every week leading up to and including Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
And that's going to be $4 a month, which is only $1 an episode. But March 20th, that's next Friday, from when you're listening to this or when it was recorded.
March 20th, 2026, if you're just coming
way
back
far
to this
in the
in
future.
years.
Yeah. March 20th, 2026 will be the launch date of our Patreon, where we will upload 7 legacy episodes to include 20 non-MCU Marvel movies.
Yes. It's been a lot of work.
We have already recorded 16 of those movies.
Yes.
And we will be uploading them all on that one day.
How many hours of content has it been so far?
So far, it's got to be pushing 20.
20 hours of content? Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to include, might as well tell you, the X-Men trilogy, the Spider-Man trilogy, all 3 Fantastic Four movies, 05, 07, and 2015. The Wolverine solo movies, X-Men Origins, The Wolverine, and Logan.
The X-Men prequels.
The X-Men prequels, which is the episode we just recorded.
Garfield Spider-Man.
We're doing all 4 X-Men prequels. Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man, both of those movies.
And Deadpool.
And both Deadpool movies.
So it's been a lot of work, but we're really excited. I think that they've come out really good.
I think so, yeah. We've been putting in work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Those of you who have wanted to hang out with us in the past month,
We have not been
We have
available.
not been available.
We've just been watching movies and talking to each other.
Been grinding.
Yes.
So that will be at patreon.com/chainlinktheater starting next Friday, and we'll remind you next week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
I think it's good. All right. So ready to get into,
My history with Blade, I didn't get to talk about yet, is that I never saw this, and my childhood friend and co-host of Cannon Brawl, where we review every video game movie ever made, which is something I agreed to do.
It's really good, though. It's funny. It's well put together.
Thank you. Has been begging me to watch that movie since we met, and I have not done it.
And you didn't do it for him.
I've also begged him to play Bloodborne since 2015, and he won't do it, so now he owes me.
No, he doesn't.
I hope it wasn't Blade 2 that he meant.
Oh, I don't know.
But now I've seen Blade.
Maybe now he'll finally play Bloodborne.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
He has to replay every Resident Evil game first.
I thought he was almost done.
Well, he finished 6. He hasn't done like 7 and 8 and Revelations 2 and 1 remake and
Well, it's not like he
2
has
remake and 3 remake, 4
It's
remake.
not like he has an infant that he has to take
An
care of or a
infant
full-time job.
And a girlfriend and a full-time job and a podcast.
And teenager. No, he's not busy.
Yeah. Love you, buddy. The back of the box of Blade, however, says Wesley Snipes stars as the tortured soul Blade, half man, half immortal. Blade sharpens his lethal skills under the guidance of Whistler, played by Chris Christopherson, his mentor, guardian, and fellow hunter of the night. When the bloodthirsty immortal's lord, Deacon Frost, played by Stephen Dorff, declares war on the human race, Blade is humanity's last hope for survival. That is pretty good at keeping the secrets.
Yeah, I think that was a really good back of box.
Because that is not what Deacon Frost wants. And
No.
they did not reveal Blade's nature. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Are we ready to jump into it, or did you want to talk about any of the director or anything?
Was released in 1998, August 19th, a month before my 13th birthday.
Aw.
It was directed by Stephen Norrington, who on IMDb has 4 directorial credits.
Okay.
He directed Death Machine and then Blade.
Okay.
So just giving it out to whoever. And then he directed The Last Minute, and then he directed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Before this, he was a visual effects guy.
The one with Sean Connery.
Yes.
When my mom, she broke her ankle or tore a ligament in her ankle when I was like I don't know, 14. And for some reason, for 3 months, she would never remember that we had already fucking seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So my brother and my dad and I don't know if any of us actually like that movie because we had to rewatch it every night because she would always be like, let's watch League. I've never seen it.
Oh my God. She was taking drugs that gave her short-term dementia?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's wild.
Short-term memory loss. So I watched League of Extraordinary Gentlemen all the time.
I have more on that in a second. Just before I get to that, he was a visual effects guy. He did special makeup effects for Gremlins and Hellraiser Bloodline and this, and puppetry in Return to Oz, which is that insane Wizard of Oz sequel from the late 80s. That's a mind trip.
Yeah.
Before directing this.
Who's in that? Is it
I have no idea.
I don't know why I think that the girl is like
Janine
Garofalo or someone random like that. Who is it?
Fairuza Balk.
Okay, I knew it was someone who
Vicky
was like
Valancourt.
Yes. She's one of the witches from The Craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is. So anyway, he went on to direct League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in 2000, I don't know, what, 3 or so?
Yeah, about that.
He and Sean Connery got in such heated arguments on the set of that film that they both retired from filmmaking.
Wow.
They were both so fed up with just the entirety of Hollywood.
That is not... They got in fights with each other?
Yeah.
And then they both decided that, like a suicide
They
pact.
both had...
They
didn't decide together. They just both had such a bad time.
I honestly, I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything about this guy, but I feel like it was probably Sean Connery's fault.
I know a little bit about that guy, and I agree.
Okay. I feel like it was probably Sean Connery being a dickhead.
Yeah, especially that late in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if you've never seen it, is not worth having an argument about.
It was written by David S. Goyer, who wrote all of the superhero stuff that you cared about from the 90s and 2000s. He wrote the sequel to The Crow, which is not what I meant. He wrote Dark City. He wrote Blade. He wrote Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Batman Begins. He's credited with the story. He started working with Nolan quite a bit. He wrote the story for Dark Knight, the screenplay for Jumper, which I'm the only person on earth who loves. How do you feel about Jumper?
I mean, I don't like the movie, but I like Jamie Bell.
Yeah, I love Jamie Bell.
And I like Hayden Christensen.
And I did back then. I just didn't like episode 2.
This is a tangent, but I heard that the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, did you know that they wrote him into Mandalorian and they let him create his own character? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he gets to show his face.
And now they've written a comic book where it's his Jedi character with Jar Jar Binks as a comic.
Yeah.
That is so freaking cool. Why did you not tell me?
I don't know.
I personally, I was really little when those came out, so I loved Jar Jar Binks. I had no problems with him. I had a Jar Jar Binks inflatable chair.
I didn't hate him. I liked Star Wars Episode 1. How early 2000s
is that?
Yeah. I liked Episode 1. I hated Episode 2, but I adore Episode 3.
I don't hate Episode 2. Why don't you like Episode 2?
Because it's bad.
Oh, it's not the worst one. I would say the first one's the worst one.
No, 2's the worst one.
Okay. Maybe we'll need to do Star Wars. That'd be fun.
I'm down.
Okay.
Absolutely. Maybe after our MCU rewatch.
And then Star Trek.
Also he has story credits on all 3 Nolan Batman movies. He wrote the screenplay for Man of Steel, which I will also defend to my death. He wrote Batman v Superman. I mean, this dude just
he's written
has
Terminator
a hand in everything.
stuff.
He wrote Terminator Dark Fate. It just goes on and on. He even wrote the story for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the video game, which I'm also told is very good.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So that's cool.
That is awesome. So I have no problems with this movie except for a few bits that I'm like, there's the 90s.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's interesting how 2000s of a movie this feels.
It is so 2000s a movie.
Yeah. I guess it brought this entire
decade
onto us.
We were wrapping it up. We thought we wouldn't even be alive in 2000. So.
That's true. That is very true. So what happens in this movie?
All right, let's get into it. So the movie opens 1967. We have a hospital and people working on this woman who is being rushed in with her neck just gushing blood, like all the conversations about, like, one of them says it looks like she was bit, and then we see that she's very pregnant.
Yeah.
So she then dies.
All very blue.
All very
graded.
blue cover. Like, yeah.
And it does that like gritty effect that 2000s movie had.
Yeah, which is probably just because it was recorded off of a VHS.
Yeah, right.
But like, so the baby, they take the baby before she dies. So we hear a flatline, but while we're hearing her flatline, she's reaching out to her baby as they're taking the baby out of the room. And then we get some pee-pee grabbing in a car. So now we've jumped to the 90s.
Right.
So there's just this like hot chick, like feeling up this Ty Pennington looking dude in the front of a car.
From Extreme Makeover?
From like Trading Spaces.
Right.
Yeah. The carpenter guy. That's exactly who he looks like. I'm not wrong.
He did.
And so he's like kind of surprised that this hot chick is walking him through a meatpacking plant, but also not
only a little.
Not surprised enough.
Yeah.
He
is underreacting.
Then she sees the doorman, and the doorman kind of like grunts at her, and so then she starts making out with Ty Pennington in front of the doorman, and then the doorman's like, "All right, you can come in now."
Right.
And it's just like, what a weird kink. Like, so just this cucky doorman who just needs to see you make out with people. But anyway, so then we get in and it's a bunch of EDM music, but only white light. No other strobe lights, just flashing white lights.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the room is wearing black
Same.
or white.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
Except for Ty Pennington.
Yeah, he's got red.
Yeah, he's wearing a red jacket.
Yep.
And so there's like a sexy nurse that's like dancing and stuff. And then Ty Pennington is definitely getting a lot of attention, but I don't think he's really noticing it yet until he goes up to hot chick from the car, and she's now, her whole top is open, and she's like dancing with nurse whose top is open. And then he tries to get in on that, and the hot nurse just shoves him away. Yeah. And then he just kind of stands there and he's like, what the fuck? And then he says like, well, I guess I need to go get a drink because now I'm not having fun. And so, but before he can go get a drink, he finds blood on his hand because it dripped from something, and he licks it.
He does.
That is not something I would do.
No.
Not at all. So he licks blood off of his hand and then just keeps standing there, not moving for way longer than I think any normal person would just stand there looking at blood. But then they basically all get excited and the sprinkler systems open up and just pour blood all over everyone.
Yeah.
Which, okay, just so in case you're not following along, these are all vampires. So just imagine standing in a club and hot Cheetos just rain down from the sky on you. Like, that's the weirdest thing ever. Why would you be super jazzed about that?
Fair enough.
Like, just like buttered noodles.
Buttered sausage.
Buttered sausages just from the sky, and everyone's just super jazzed about it. But like, so then everyone obviously is trying to eat Ty Pennington, but also,
does he just smell like a human? How do they know?
I think that he's just who they were going to eat that night.
Just the one guy for this.
You would not, with
Building
that
of
many
200
vampires. Yeah, exactly. There's not enough of him to go around.
Not to mention, you got plenty of blood. You can run it through your sprinkler system. Why you need this
but
dude?
are you going to eat a hot Cheeto off the ground?
Yes.
Nope. You wouldn't. You want the hot Cheeto from the bowl.
Maybe it was a regular Cheeto.
Yeah, you don't want a hot Cheeto anywhere. But basically, Ty Pennington is just like realizing that these are vampires because now they're all just covered in blood.
Yeah.
And just like a couple of the extras were just smiling and not looking menacing at all.
Yeah, and the director had to add like a laughing voiceover
and like hisses and stuff.
Hissing.
It was weird. But then
I like the visuals of the blood everywhere, and I like the techno song. It
I do
cool.
too. Like, honestly, I like house music, so
Right.
It kind of gets my blood pumping. So I don't know. But then Blade comes to ruin everyone's fun. So
Bastard.
Blade just shows up, and he looks really excited to be there.
He does.
He looks like he's like, oh my God, yes, I get to kill people. And so he just pulls out a shotgun and just starts obliterating these, because the second he shoots them, they disintegrate.
Yeah.
These vampires just disintegrate. And what I love is hot chick from the car goes, hey guy, you should stop.
She does.
It was not threatening at all. And I don't know why you think you're going to talk this man down who just murdered 10 of your fellow ravers.
It kind of comes off so dumb.
Yeah, it came off so dumb. And I was just like, what are we doing? That's stupid. But he's just having a grand old time fighting people. And then a group of men run in to try and take out Blade. So then he starts fighting those men. And then just like the last guy that he fights is Donald Logue. And is that his name, Donald?
Yeah.
Yeah. From, I don't even know what, but he looked familiar.
From Gotham and Ghost Rider.
Yeah. So that guy, we just saw that guy getting a blowy in the corner, but he's a vampire and he's not happy that Blade's here.
He's not.
And so Blade like throws 2 stakes at him and like gets him in the shoulder on either side. And is like Donald Logue is not speaking English. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know if it's like Italian or what he's saying.
Draconian.
Yeah. It's not English, and it didn't sound like a language I recognize.
No.
So, I don't really know what's happening. But, like, Blade basically tells that guy, I'm tired of chopping you up, and then lights him on fire.
After he stabs him, though, he does a little Tiger Woods fist bump, like,
Yeah, I got him.
So stupid.
But he sets him on fire, and then he sees Ty Pennington in the corner of the room. And I did like this because he just pulls his neck to see if he's been bitten, and then just leaves him there.
Yeah, he takes him down to his knees and then checks his neck to make sure he's good.
And make sure he's fine.
All right,
and then the police arrive, which at this point in the movie, which of the vampires at this rave called the police?
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we were going to eat a guy and we're covered in blood, but this guy came in and started bullying us.
I'm going to have to assume that it's somebody from outside reporting shotgun blasts.
From the meatpacking plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be because, I mean... They arrived quickly because it wasn't just the cops, it was also the fire department already on the scene.
I'd like to report shotgun blasts and techno music coming from my basement.
Do you think it's because the sprinkler system went off and they didn't think about that, alerting the fire department?
It seems like they do this sprinkler thing all the time.
Maybe they just tried it for the first time and they were like, didn't think about it.
Fuck.
Didn't work. But anyway, so Ty Pennington is now left alone with the burning vampire, and when the police showed up, Blade has already left. They did not see him.
Yeah.
So we're in a morgue with Donald Logue, who's been burned, like he's dead, clearly.
They roll in his corpse.
Yeah, and one of the guys is talking about how the police reported that he was still screaming when they found him. And they've brought him here, which I don't know why they brought him here. I can tell you what killed him. He was burned. Yeah. So I don't know what we're going to autopsy, but okay. And the doctor, so like one of the guys from the morgue brings up like Donald Logue's, whose name is Quinn in this, so I'll just call him Quinn. Quinn's blood sample to her. And she's like basically thinking that he's pranking her because of something red blood cells something.
Yes. She says something about them having a double convex. So they are Werther's original, the little...
Okay, yeah.
Like bowl on the top on both sides.
Oh, is that not what it looks like?
According to her, no. I have no idea. I know what she meant.
I don't know. You could show me like a bunch of different blood and I would be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Vulcan blood.
Okay.
Because I think that's
is
green
it blue? Oh.
or blue. Oh no, it's a different color. It's not red. I know that.
Okay.
So, anyway, so then he is like, well, I just need you to come look at this guy at the morgue. And she's like, I don't want to go down there with you because every time we go down there, you try to talk to me about our relationship. And he's like, I'm not going to do it this time. And she's like, fine.
Well, it's the first thing he fucking does.
Literally the first thing. They're standing over a burned corpse. And she's like, oh yeah, this guy got burned.
And he's like, do you ever think about us?
Do you ever miss me? She's like,
oh
sometimes,
God.
But you're an asshole. And then this is why this guy deserves to die. Because he says, you wanted time. I allowed you to have it.
Ouch.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is not a person you stay with.
Nope.
So anyway, then the corpse wakes up and bites him. So bye.
Yep.
He's dead. But then he also bites the hot doctor.
You know why he bites the hot doctor? Because she just stares as this happens. She has no reaction on her face and no fight or flight.
She has no reaction pretty much this entire movie.
Yeah, that's why she gets bitten. That's why she gets in every situation in this thing.
I feel like she was already a vampire or something like that because she just does not react to anything in this movie.
At least a mummy.
Yeah. She's very like...
very undead.
And she's not surprised by anything.
No.
Ever. But anyway, so she gets bitten while she's running out of the room, which then we find out that this is like an actual pretty crowded hospital. that this just happened?
Apparently.
And I don't anyway. And then Blade arrives and punches Quinn in the face for biting people, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is the normal way we take out vampires.
No.
I feel like I would do a couple more things before I go for a punch in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so then the cops, this is a part that I honestly loved.
Me
because
too.
the cops round the corner and they start shooting at Blade, who's fighting a man who was burned, who should not be alive. Yeah. And then, so they shoot him a whole bunch in the chest and he literally just says, "Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Motherfucker, you out of your damn mind?"
And then the cops like run away.
Yeah, they
like
do.
Immediately run away. So then the burned vampire jumps out of the window and lands inside an ambulance and then runs down an alley. So he's gone. And then back in the hallway with the now bitten doctor and Blade, he like picks her up because she's pretty. So he picks her up and takes her with him. And this is another thing I don't get. So he has a potential hostage at this moment. And the cops do not stop shooting at him.
No.
He's carrying a victim, a woman, with him, and they are unloading on this man. And I'm just like, this is not police procedure at all. There was no even warnings or anything like that.
Nope.
And so he throws her out a window across the street, showing how strong he is. And then he jumps after her. And then the cops are still shooting at them from the hospital onto this roof that they've made it on top of.
One of them has a fully automatic rifle.
Yeah. And then like Blade ends up opening one of the doors like on the roof. And one thing I think is funny is the way that he then got them into the door was he 100% just put her in the line of fire to do it.
Swung her into the gunfire.
And I was just like, no one cares about this woman's life at all. It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
And so Blade is driving them away he still has the bitten lady, and he arrives to his lair with his bestie, Chris Christopherson.
The blue color grading has gotten even harsher.
It gets worse, I feel like, as the movie goes.
This movie just gets bluer and bluer.
It gets really blue. And so he tells his like best friend, whose name in this is Whistler, that she's been bitten, and his friend's basically like, then you should have killed her. And Blade says, "I know, but I didn't." And then Whistler basically says, "Watch her, and if she starts to turn, you have to finish her off." And then Whistler injects her with like garlic or something to try and counteract the venom.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
And then we have like this big rich person vampire meeting. You know that it's a bad guy meeting because the room is like stone-like and empty. And you also they shot this to where you could not see any of their eyes.
Yeah.
They were like just black shadow on all of their eyes.
I kind of like that.
I did too. It was very much like, I don't think we're the good guys here.
Yeah, we're the bad days.
It seems like if you were in a meeting with that, you'd be like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I think you guys are all bad guys.
Yeah.
But so it's the Vampire Council, and they have photos of Blade, and they are honestly kind of terrified of him. They call him the Daywalker, and they want him dead. And then the guy from a 2000s alt band comes in, and his name is Deacon Frost.
Played by Steven Dorff of Blade fame.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
I'm not going to register that name at all. But also, it's like Deacon Frost is not a threatening name at all.
Oh, I love that name.
Deacon Frost.
I think it's so cool.
Okay. I think that they could have done something cooler like Sabian or something like that.
I'm going to leave it to them.
Okay, yeah. So, like, basically they bring Deacon Frost in, and what's funny is the first time they reveal him is he turns around like we should give a shit who this man is.
They do.
Like it was a big reveal, and it's just like,
who
the hell is that?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't care. But anyway, so then the vampires basically are talking. We basically learn that the vampires who are part of the council are born vampires. And Deacon is a converted vampire.
Yeah.
So he's turned. And so he wants them to stop trying to blend into society and just take this is very Magneto Professor X, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the vampires want to just continue to blend in and make their money and live their lives privately while also murdering humans.
Yeah.
And he just wants to like, why are we even messing around? We should just have them on farms and eat them when we want to eat them.
Right.
Like, which I mean, all right. But Deacon says that he feels like the world belongs. I don't know why we're listening to this kid.
I don't know. They don't explain that.
No, I don't think anyone explains why any of these people give a shit what this kid thinks.
He must be someone's Nepo baby.
He'd have to be.
Yeah.
Right? Or like
they just
maybe
keep him in some brightly lit room and then go ask him for advice every now and then.
And then he's like, "You're all fucking idiots." And they're just like, "Oh, dang it. Get out of here, Deacon. You've hurt our feelings again." So Blade goes to like some apothecary guy to get more supplies and pays with stolen watches. That's really it. The guy says something about how Blade is wanting whatever serum he's getting way earlier than usual.
Yeah.
So that'll come back up later. But Hot Doctor recovers and is now exploring Blade's like little apartment, and she finds his mother's driver's license, which is probably all he has from his mother.
Yeah.
And like his just massive arsenal, which she has no reaction to.
Nope. She has no reaction to anything in this movie.
She has no reaction to anything. And then we see that Bestie Whistler is talking to Blade about the girl, and we find out that she's a hematologist, and that Blade is being injected with some serum, and Whistler is saying that the dose size is getting dangerous. And then we see Wesley Snipes, like he shoots him in the neck with something, and then Wesley Snipes starts like convulsing a little bit.
Yeah, they do show us while she's walking through the apartment that she touches his sword, and it does a little knob turns, and then it kicks out a bunch of blades.
Yeah, it splits out blades towards your hand if you were holding it.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that's about.
Yeah.
So the doctor tries to get away because they see her, and she tries for all of 2 seconds before she's easily cornered and just gives up.
By an old man.
By an old man who I think doesn't have one of his legs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a brace on at least.
So she did not try.
Nope.
And then Whistler starts explaining that she isn't a prisoner. They just need to make sure she's okay, basically. And they say... They're basically giving their backstory. They say that they track vampires from city to city, and that vampires are allergic to silver and ultraviolet rays, but crosses do not work. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing also walking into places unwelcome is also bullshit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that doesn't really come up.
Yeah.
So then Blade tells her, like, basically...
Blade, who dropped down behind her as silently as possible.
Yes, which, like, I know it was easy to edit, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I could edit that, but it was cool.
Like, Batman can't even drop that quiet.
Yeah.
So, but Blade tells her, like, she needs to just leave town, that she's been exposed, and one way or another, someone will try to take her out.
Yep.
So, interesting. And then Whistler tells her that vampires own the police and gives her, like, vampire mace, which is just... like an aerosol of garlic oil.
I love that in this scene, she acts like she doesn't believe them, that vampires are real. And he's like, bitch, you were at the hospital.
Your ex-boyfriend got bitten by a dead man on a table who was burned to death, then bit you.
And now you're having symptoms.
You're okay.
And you don't believe us.
You don't believe me.
Okay.
All right, sure. So anyway, then...
I'm not a fan of this woman.
Whistler tells her that she needs to buy a gun, and if you start getting sensitive to daylight or thirsty, you should just kill yourself.
Yeah.
So I like how honest he is, honestly.
Yeah. Now that he says that they own the police, it makes sense why they were firing at him.
Oh, yeah, it does. But all the cops,
apparently,
like all of them know.
They said they own the police.
Own them? Because
that's what he says.
I don't know. Because even in Gotham, not all the cops were on the take.
No.
So,
but they're not being held by vampires.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, well, I guess it would make sense for cops to be on the way to the hospital to recover Quinn's body, knowing that he's going to regenerate.
Yes.
That makes it less fun. All right. You've ruined it.
It makes sense now.
So then one of the council members, who I'm only going to call Council because he's the last one we really see in this movie. So
his name is Gitano, according to Frost.
Yeah.
But then later they call him Dragonetti.
Okay. So I'm just going to call him Council. So Council guy goes to talk to alt rocker Frost.
We paused it to look up who this guy was.
He's nothing.
He's played by Udo Kier.
Yeah.
We looked for 5 to 10 minutes.
I've seen stuff he's in, but he looked way more familiar than he should have.
Yeah, if any of you guys know, please.
Yeah, tell me where I know him
Udo Kier
from. But I think it's just because like the top of his face kind of looks like who plays Lucius Malfoy?
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting, kind of.
Kinda.
So I don't know, but like basically alt rock guy is in this just like really white room. We find out that this is the library, and he's just sitting in the corner with headphones trying to decipher a language that he doesn't understand. And then council guy slaps him, and then like
she reacts to for a long time.
yeah. So, and then Frost, look, this part made me laugh so hard because he slaps Frost, and Frost is like super mad. But then Frost diffuses the situation by being all like seductive and rubbing Council's face. And then Council's like, "You bore me." And he leaves. And I was just like, this is how I always want. Like when wrestlers get like in each other's faces, I'm always like, just kiss.
Dude, the sexual tension in that scene, you were not imagining.
No, it was
cut
real.
It with a knife.
Like, I think that's why Council was just kind of like, I think that if Frost had followed Council out of the room, they would have had sex.
Yes.
But he didn't. So, but it was tense.
It was.
Which probably is why Council's willing to put up with so much of Frost's bullshit, because I wonder if they are lovers.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Maybe.
And then Blade shakes the doctor, who he like just drops her off on the curb basically. And she is getting in an elevator at her apartment and notices two people in front of her with matching neck tattoos. And clearly is having like this is kind of weird reaction, but gets into the elevator anyway with them.
Yep.
And then this is the fastest elevator door I've ever seen in my life. It literally opens, she steps out, starts closing immediately. And then they stop it and start walking out of the elevator behind her. And then so she's prepping the vampire mace, but then turns around and they're gone. Oh, where did they go? But she makes it home. And then she gets in the house and doesn't lock her doors.
She doesn't.
What?
I don't know.
Like,
I told you, man, she has no sense of self-preservation.
No, like we live in a fairly safe area and stuff, and I never don't lock anything.
Deadbolts and everything. Windows,
Deadbolts, everything. Alarm
locked.
On, everything constantly.
Cameras armed, everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Car doors always locked.
In the garage, locked.
Yeah, no.
Which garage is locked?
Like I don't even like if the car, like I don't care if the cars are locked if I'm not in them, but if I am in that car, it is locked.
Yeah.
Period. Like I don't know why we didn't lock the doors behind us, but okay. So she starts packing a bag, and then a cop just walks in for some reason, and he's like saying that he's there on a routine check, which kind of is valid because now we found out that her name's Karen, and she. Like, it would make sense for the cops to do a wellness check on her because she got kidnapped from the hospital.
Yeah.
So, kind of makes sense. He tells her that her ex-boyfriend died in the attack, but then he says, but don't worry about that.
She goes, what? Why?
And he goes, because you're dead too, bitch. And then she pulls them, she maces him, and then he's just like, he screams for a second, and then he's like, which I thought was funny. So he starts screaming and not firing to kill her, though, which you could have done. You knew where she was standing. And then he's just like, wait, is this garlic? And she's like, yeah, it works on vampires. And he's just like, I'm not a fucking vampire. And then Blade shows up, and we find out that Blade knew that this was going to happen and was just using her as bait.
Blade takes him down by just grabbing his shoulder, with his right hand, grabbing the guy's left shoulder from behind and just moving him.
Yeah.
And he drops.
The guy's very weak. And so Blade says that he's not a vampire. He's a familiar, which is basically just a vampire wannabe.
Yeah.
And so then Blade starts beating him up. And if you have not seen this movie since the 90s, if you own it, go watch it, because while Blade is beating up this cop in her apartment, this actress, I don't know what the fuck she's doing in the background. she is
pretending like every hit that guy takes, she's taking.
Yes. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, it's insane to watch. She's in the background of the entire fight, and
it's like she's getting hit.
The cop gets punched in the stomach, and she doubles over.
Yeah, and then he gets thrown on the counter, and she jumps almost in the air with her arms up, and it's just like, what are you doing?
What acting school is this?
I don't know what this is, or if I don't know. Maybe none of that was real, and they just had that poor woman in an apartment and act like a fight's happening, and she has no idea what.
Yeah.
But I don't know who would do this. This is the most reaction we get from her the whole movie, though,
True.
to be fair.
That is true.
So Blade basically sees the Deacon Frost mark on the cop's neck, and then he takes... Okay, this is another part that makes me mad. So he takes the cop outside, which the cop is dressed like a cop. No one on the streets, and I do not know if we're in LA or New York or some weird hybrid. I don't know. It looks like LA in some of the faraway shots, but then on the streets, it kind of looks more like New York.
Yeah, it was apparently filmed in L.A., which we could tell.
Yeah.
But the streets and close-up shots looked like New York. And he said he was from the 42nd Precinct, which L.A. doesn't have.
Yeah, so I don't...
In the comics, it takes place in Center City. It's a made-up place.
Oh, okay, so
I
it's
guess
kind of a combo.
It's a whatever.
But, so he takes this cop downstairs, clearly beaten up cop. No one on the street reacts.
Yes.
To this at all. And then the cop basically has like a trunk full of blood that he had stole from a lab.
Which have this dramatic opening effect.
Yeah.
Where there's like blue light inside of it and steam pouring out.
Yeah, like
dry ice.
Dry ice, yeah. And then Blade basically is not getting the information he needs from the cop, so he starts to beat him up again. And then Karen, for some reason, stops him from doing his job in a world that you literally have no idea of.
Yeah.
So maybe mind your fucking business.
Yeah, I hate this chick.
Like, why did you stop me? And then the cop just, here's another part that I love. This is America for you. So Blade pulls a gun out. All the people in the street kind of scream for a second. And then Blade just puts his gun away when the cop turns the corner and everyone goes back to their normal lives.
They go right back to normal.
Right back to normal. No one's freaked out. Everyone's just walking.
That's not even being dramatic. They immediately stop freaking out and just start walking like nothing happened.
Yeah, like this just happens all the time. It's nuts.
So weird.
It's so weird. And then Blade does tell her, he says, your world, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he says, your world is not real. You need to be ready to pull the trigger. Because Blade, honestly, if he had like even a 20% clear shot, he would have killed that guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't have that though. So they're just sitting staking out the car at night, watching for the cop to come back. And Blade's like, no, the cop's going to come back. And Karen, who again doesn't know what's going on, is like, nah, he's not going to come back.
No one would come back. No one's stupid.
And then 2 seconds later, he comes back.
Yeah.
And then Blade actually smiles at her, which seems like he's never smiled at a person before in his life.
True.
But I kind of liked it because he's not used to going on stakeouts. So I think he just got carried away for a second.
And then the cop takes off and we start the worst chase scene I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think the cop knew he was back there.
I don't either, but they made them drive fast.
They made it like it was a cop chase or a car chase, but it wasn't.
They were playing techno music like it was a car chase, and they had sped up the footage.
They did. It looked terrible.
He literally turns into an alley, which he clearly did at 10 miles an hour, but it looks like they speeded up to like twice that speed.
There's like a blur coming off the back of the car almost. It was so stupid.
It's so dumb.
So the cop is basically calling on the radio and
car. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, go for
Blade's
the car.
driving a 1968 Dodge Charger. I only know that it's a 68 because it has the circle taillights, which look so cool.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's matte black. It looks like Dominic Toretto's. Anyway.
Yeah. But, so the cop is like radioing somebody talking about how the Nightwalker stopped him and that he's on his way to drop off this blood now. Daywalker, yeah. Sorry, they're Nightwalkers. He's a Daywalker. And so they get to this location, which is just another rave, I guess. And Blade's like, oh, look, that's a vampire mark because this is a safe house, basically. So if you're out during the day, this is where you would go.
Doesn't seem super secure to have your neck tattoo marking your techno club.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. And then Blade's just like standing on the street going, that's a vampire, that's a vampire, that's a vampire, that's a vampire. And Karen's like, how do you know? And he's like, this is literally my job.
Yeah.
Like, this is just what I do.
Yeah.
And so then he's just like giving her all of this weaponry, like she's capable of using it.
Yeah.
Like he's handing her a gun and
he gives her a
stakes and
huge
everything.
gun that looks like Requiem from Resident Evil.
Yes, it does. And just not. Do you know how to use this? And she says no. He's like, do you know how to use that? And she's like, no.
And he explains to her how guns work.
And it's just like,
why the safety's off? There's one in the chamber.
Why is this soon-to-be vampire just our like BFF now?
I don't know, dude.
All right.
They imply that it's because she reminds him of his mom.
I guess.
Which is thin.
Very thin. Because he never met his mom.
Yeah.
He does not know her.
No.
But anyway, so we get like a scene of... I did not like this scene because it's a scene of like women who I hope to God these are women dressed like schoolgirls. And they're all Asian or Japanese, Korean maybe.
Oh, you mean you hope they're women instead of girls?
Yes, okay. I hope they are women and not girls.
Yeah.
Singing in like really like falsetto-y little voices.
Yes.
With a group of men just watching them. So
old men.
Old men.
Uncomfortable.
So very... No, not cool.
Yeah.
Blade easily gets in like I don't even know what that scene was for because it doesn't come up.
Some guy stops him and asks him for his invitation, and he says, "I got my invitation right here," and punches him in the throat.
Yeah.
And then walks in.
Yeah, because the guy's just like, I don't get paid enough for that.
There are no consequences for this either.
And so, like, he basically follows the cop into the kitchen, beats him up a little bit. The cop is like, the blood is in the freezer. And then Blade opens the freezer, and it's not a freezer at all. It's a staircase.
He was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth because he was like, please don't kill me.
Yeah.
And
then
so
he punches him a few more times.
Yeah, punches him a few more times and then tells the cop to get Frost a message. Get Frost to message me is what he says. And then I think he says something about suck ass. I don't know. I heard suck ass at some point.
Tell him I'm coming for all you suckheads.
Suckheads.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense.
It makes sense. It's still stupid.
Okay. It is stupid. And so Blade and Karen enter the freezer and the subsequent elevator. And we are in the library that Council and Frost were talking in earlier. And Blade basically says that vampires have their claws in everything. They already own half of downtown. They're in real estate, banking, everything. So then we flash to like a roof party where people are asking where Frost is. And Frost is just sitting shirtless in a white room trying to translate this ancient text.
Yes.
Which, no offense, scrawny man.
He's a small person, yes.
Put on a shirt,
He's skinny.
please. Like those arms were not hot. Sorry. And so he's like, then he decodes it. And here's what decoding looked like in 1998. So we get like this tube looking thing that the computer generated, and it has a little green room, like a cylinder little green room with little green men standing all around it. And then his symbol just standing in the middle of the little green room. Problem solved.
And it's a tall
cylinder. And it's just like going around showing little men and then a little man standing in the middle. And he's just like, Eureka! And I'm just like, what are we looking at? It's like the hacking in Jurassic Park, which at least Jurassic Park was like, what, 4 years earlier, 5 years earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just flying, clicking on towers, places. And it's just like, I'm hacking into the mainframe.
Yes.
Okay. And so
the 90s were fun.
They were a lot of fun. And so we see that burned guy is now healing up Quinn. He's healed and he's just basically sitting with a bunch of women. If you haven't seen this movie, the relationship between Frost and Quinn, I feel like it's honestly hilarious. And I don't know if it's intentional, but it makes me laugh all the time. Because Quinn is just like his dumb friend who does whatever.
Yeah.
And Frost is the one who's trying to get stuff done while Quinn is just enjoying being a vampire.
Yeah.
I honestly, I love their chemistry is great.
It's great.
And so the cop is reporting that Blade is looking for Frost and that Blade used the girl as bait and you sent me after that girl, but Blade found me. And then Frost is basically like, I don't care anymore. And then he doesn't even drain the cop. He just bites the cop and then starts making out with Emily from Lincoln Park.
She looks just like
she
her.
does, and she has the vibe, dude.
Yeah, she does.
Every single time she was on screen, it's like, your blades are sharp and
precision. Emily from Lincoln Park must fucking love this movie.
She literally dresses like
She
her.
does.
It's the same vibe. Yeah. And I was just like, it can't be her because Emily's younger than this, but like, oh my God. So anyway, and then like they just start making out with blood in their mouths, and I don't think either of them liked the taste of it because neither one of them seemed like they wanted to eat it.
No,
like at all. And then Frost says that he wants Blade alive, and Quinn's like, I don't know how the fuck you want me to do that. Yeah. Okay. And so back in the library, we find this like massive person named Pearl. Yeah. Who is like, and I mean massive,
like
big
Pearl
old,
the Hutt.
Yeah, Pearl the Hutt is a great like Nippies out, and Nippies are like the size of, I don't even know, a poster.
Yeah,
and then farting because
like a piece of bologna.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
I would say bigger, like 2 pieces of bologna. Massive nipples, and then Pearl is trying to get Frost to save her, and Frost is basically like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah,
and then Karen starts using the UV light on this creature thing, which I guess is a vampire of some sort, because they start burning. and they're trying to get this thing to decode the green room that we saw, and Pearl says it's a prophecy.
In a super high-pitched, annoying, shrill voice.
It is a prophecy.
Yeah.
While they're getting burned.
Yeah.
And then Blade goes to open a door, and Pearl's like, no, there's nothing in that room. Don't worry about it. It's not anything. Certainly don't open that door.
And then Blade says if he moves, fry him, which I didn't know this was a dude.
I didn't either. That's why I was trying to use gender neutral stuff. But yeah, because I thought Pearl, I would assume female, but
yeah. And this voice, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we find out that Karen is kind of a sadistic weirdo.
Kind of a psycho.
Yeah, because Pearl didn't move, and then Karen
because he can't.
Yeah, and then Karen just starts burning them.
Yeah.
And then Blade even comes over and is just like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?"
And then Karen's just like, "They moved," and it's like, "No, they didn't. You have problems. I'm pretty sure." So inside this room, there are just pages of the vampire Bible. And I don't know how it's just like these really stretched out, probably like 2 feet tall. They look like they're made up of like skin.
Dude, they call it the Book of Erebus. They are not 2 feet tall. They are 6 feet tall pages.
Really?
Yeah, they're the same height as Blade.
Oh, yeah, they're massive.
How big was this book?
They're all in glass in this whole room. And so
how big was this book?
Very big. And I feel like there's better ways to read a book.
Yes.
Personally.
They're in no order either.
No. Well, I don't know. I'm sure they have a routine or something.
All right.
But like we see something running around, and it's a little girl, which I don't know why we didn't just automatically assume it's a vampire girl in the vampire Bible room, but that's fine.
Of the vampire building.
Yeah, in the vampire building. But anyway, so like Blade sees the little girl and like reaches his hand out for her. I don't know why. Shouldn't he be able to smell vampires or something?
Right. I don't know.
But she kicks him in the stomach, and then when she kicks him, Quinn and his whole crew show up, and they've taken out Karen and have like destroyed the UV light thing. And then we get like a karate fight. I'm not good at action, so it's a fight scene where they're breaking some of the glass and fighting.
Donald Logue's bullying of Blade in this scene is so corny.
Oh yeah. It's not great because they end up getting Blade held against a wall with like some, dental floss, and then they stab him.
It's a garrote.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called, a garrote. Yeah. Yes. And then they Donald Logue stabs him with a silver stake, which by all accounts should have done something to Blade, but doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Blade just starts laughing. So then there's another vampire who picks up Blade's weapon, which, remember, it has like an anti-vampire thing on it. And so his hand gets chopped off. But then everyone just laughs.
They do.
Even the guy whose hand just got chopped off.
Yeah.
They're all laughing. And I'm just like,
it'll grow back.
What? And then they start punching Blade. And Blade has like no reaction. He's just taking it all. So... and then Blade says, something about I'm expecting company, because they're like, why are you laughing at us? We're trying really hard to hurt you. And then we see that he is like this teeny tiny little earpiece. And then Whistler breaks a hole in the wall. I don't know what happens. Yeah. And the vampires say that they don't want to use guns in the Bible room. And I don't know if it's to preserve the Bible or if it's because they need Blade alive, or column A, column B.
A little bit column A, column B.
Yeah. And so
when Whistler arrives, he says, catch you fuckers at a bad time. And it's a bit much.
It is a bit much. It is a bit much, but it's fine. It's fine. So they make it, somehow this Bible room is just straight connected to the subway. So convenient.
Yeah.
So they blow up the Bible room, and they use guns to keep the vampires from following them into the subway. And then Blade, and I don't even know where Whistler goes. Whistler goes somewhere. I don't know. Blade says at one point he can take care of himself, and then he's gone.
He gets ganked by the subway.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like,
they're standing against the wall, and part of it catches him.
And he just is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Karen says something like, we need to help him. And Blade's like, no, fuck that guy. It's fine. And so Karen and Blade jump across the subway right before the next subway car comes.
She immediately falls.
She falls immediately down into the little hole beside the car and the walkway.
Yeah.
And Quinn's the only vampire who makes it across. But for some reason, instead of just staying there until this subway passes, she continues to try and figure out how to get up. And I'm like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just don't move. Yeah. Have you not seen While You Were Sleeping? Just don't move.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's fine. And then Do you remember that part in While You're Sleeping?
No, I was talking about this being dumb.
Okay. It's the beginning. You can survive, I guess. Sandra Bullock gets him and then rolls him. That's how she meets him.
I did not commit any of While You Were Sleeping to my memory.
Oh.
It's a very small hard drive.
Your memory?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. All right. Anyway, so then they are like, Blade basically, he throws like Quinn's face against the subway, and Quinn is like, oh my gosh, stop doing that. And that's after Karen stabs him in the dick.
Yeah.
So Blade gets her out of the thing and then grabs a hold of the subway car, dislocates his shoulder in the process, but they have now made it into an empty subway car and escaped the vampires for now.
Yeah.
So he like tries to fix his dislocated arm, and then he shoots up with another injection. And then Karen has finally figured out that he's one of them. And he says, no, I'm something else, which he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we're both right.
Right.
But then Whistler says that we get the backstory. So Whistler found Blade on the streets when Blade was 13, and he was alone and feeding on homeless people. And he said that his thirst started at puberty. And so Blade's mother died after she was bitten. And because of that, Blade can withstand silver and sunlight and has their strength and their thirst. But he's not like, I guess, a full vampire. Kind of. Sort of. He kind of is, though.
So the back of the box said half man, half immortal. So he's half man, half vampire.
Oh, and he ages like a human. So he doesn't have their, like, what is it called? Immortality.
Yeah.
He's not immortal. He just has regenerative powers, strength. He can walk in the sun.
Yeah.
So perfectly poised to be a vampire killer.
Yeah.
Convenient. So, he says that Blade's body is starting to reject the current serum that they're working on, and Whistler cannot find a cure. And so Whistler reveals that what happened to him is he had a wife and 2 daughters, and then a vampire came and murdered his family while toying with him by making him decide what order his family died in, which is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying. Which I feel like Whistler should definitely have way more of a vendetta against vampires than Blade.
True.
So, because I mean, like, Blade doesn't have any memory of having a mom.
Yeah.
So nothing really got taken from him. I mean, it did, but like not, but not like, I don't know. He always had a sad childhood, I guess. I don't know. I feel bad for both of them, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
rough.
basically, Whistler says something big is happening in vampire ranks, and Frost is the center of it. And then Blade is sitting in his room just staring at a wall, and Karen goes in to talk to him. And then he basically says, you don't know me. I'm not human. And then she says, I don't know. I know a little bit about you. And then he's like, humans don't drink blood. And she says, that was a long time ago. You should let that go. And I kind of agree with her because she's like, yeah, you used to when you were 13.
Yeah.
So just let it go. Who cares?
Right.
Also, who cares?
Exactly.
But then Blade says that he's been trying to find the vampire who killed his mom. And every time he takes one vampire out, it's like he gets a piece of that life back. So that's kind of interesting. And so Quinn is angry that Blade took his face off. And then while he's getting patched up, one of his vampire women bites his missing hand for some reason.
Yeah, stump.
Yeah, she bites him.
I don't know why.
And he's like, oh my God, bitch, stop. I'm going through enough. And I'm just like, why would she bite him? Because
I don't know.
Should vampires even be able to bleed? Because their hearts don't work.
I have no idea how vampires work. I've never read vampire stuff. Except for Dracula, which doesn't touch on it.
Okay, well, I've watched Vampire Diaries and the originals, and I've dated a starring in Baldur's Gate.
Here's her weekly Baldur's Gate mention.
Baldur's Gate.
Just wait for the MCU episodes.
And do I know whether or not their hearts beat? No, but I'm pretty sure they're cold. And sparkly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they are sparkly.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And so... Anyway, there's a random makeout session for no reason with the lead singer of Linkin Park and Frost. And I don't know why we're watching this.
The lead singer of Linkin Park and the lead singer of 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, literally no reason for this to be happening at all. It doesn't contribute to anything. We're just watching them make out with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, that's fine. And then one of the they take council member. You remember the one whose name I refuse to remember? They take him and they put him on the beach, and the sun is clearly about to rise. And Frost is like, none of the rest of them are having a reaction to being on the beach.
Yeah, and also if the sun is about to rise while they're facing the ocean, this cannot be LA.
That's true. It has to be New York.
It has to be East Coast.
Yeah. So, but the council member, before the sun has risen at all, is already starting to smoke.
And nobody else is.
No one else is, which I find interesting.
To say the least.
And then Frost, we basically find out that Frost has, he wants to be pure blood because the council member says something about like, you'll never be pure blood. Who cares? And then they rip out the council guy's teeth, and then they just leave him to die. And I didn't know this, but apparently if vampires put on motorcycle helmets, they're fine.
Yeah. They put on motorcycle helmets and then flip the tinted visors down, and they're good.
Yeah, I didn't... I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's how it works. But then there's another part later that I'm even more confused about, and maybe I missed a plot point, and let me know if I did. So anyway, basically Frost goes to the council and he throws this guy's teeth, because that guy explodes. He throws that guy's teeth on the table of this like quorum of people, which I think is quorum just 7? I don't know.
I love that word though.
And then he asks for 12 volunteers, which there happen to be 12 members here. So they got voluntold that they're volunteers.
Yeah.
And so Blade brings Whistler a piece of the vampire Bible, and it says something about a blood god and spirits of the 12. So that might come up later. And then
Surely
Karen
not.
stole a bunch of equipment from the hospital so she can start working on a cure for vampirism because she's an expert. So...
yeah.
Duh. And so she makes something, but it's not a cure per se. If you can use it, but it'll make you blow up.
Right.
So that's fun.
Seems like a pretty drastic side effect.
And then she asks for a blood sample from Blade. And then we find out that Whistler currently is fighting cancer. So he's already sick. And Whistler sees that Karen has another day or two before she turns. And he says, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. So they've kind of all bonded with each other as a little team.
Yeah.
And so Blade's walking around New York City and sees Frost just standing in the sunlight in a park with a little girl hostage. First off, how did Frost know that Blade was going to walk down the street?
Yeah.
Secondly, how long has he had this how long did he stand there?
Yeah.
And how long
just standing.
did he hope that Blade would turn that way?
Yeah.
Also, how is he in the sun?
They say in the dialogue here in this scene.
How? I didn't catch it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It's real fucking dumb.
Okay.
And I hate it.
Okay.
He's standing in the sunlight and is squinting a little, and Blade goes, sunblock.
What?
Yep.
Sunscreen.
And Deacon Frost says, I mean, it's a start, right?
Why are you even worried about anything if all you have to do is put on your sunscreen every day and you can go outside?
And nobody thought about this for 300 years.
And a motorcycle helmet and you're good. You need to stop whining about only getting to go out. No, shut up. This is so stupid. That is the dumbest thing ever. I totally missed that.
Dude, it's so stupid.
Anyway, so Frost reveals that he's done his research about Blade, and he's like, I want to be a Daywalker himself, which we just covered. He already is. You just need sunscreen.
Yeah.
And so basically he's like, Blade, you have all the strengths and none of the weaknesses. And then Frost compares all humans to cattle, and he says, why does it matter how they die? Which, I mean... All right. And so he offers Blade a truce, and then Blade's like, no. And then Blade knows about the spirit of the 12 and that it's going to awaken Lamarga. And Blade says that you're nothing to me but another dead vampire. And that really does not make Frost happy.
No, he does not like that.
No, he doesn't. He put on all this sunscreen for nothing. Sunscreen can feel gross if you have a lot of it on. So maybe that's why they're so worried about it.
Maybe that's why he looked so pasty. So all the sunblock.
Yeah. And then like Frost keeps being like, I have this little girl, and Blade's like, I don't give a shit.
They're cattle, remember?
I literally don't care. And then he shoots at Frost. Frost dodges the bullets and then yeets this little girl through a hot dog stand on the street. And then she lands in the road. Okay. And then Blade is still shooting at Frost. So
there's a bus 100 feet behind her.
there is a bus like a 2.5 blocks away.
Going 15 miles an hour.
15 miles an hour, who doesn't react to the hot dog cart exploding on the side of the street, nor a 7-year-old all of a sudden being in the middle of the road. No. And Blade saves her at the very last second from getting run over by a bus. What the hell? Good Lord. Okay. So Karen is still working on a cure, and she thinks that it will work on her, but not on Blade, because he was born a vampire, not created. So it's different. And while she's working on it, their base gets infiltrated. Frost is at the base. He beats up Whistler and then leaves Quinn to, quote, do his thing. So Blade makes it back to the base and finds dead vampires and a bloody VHS next to an almost dead Whistler. So Whistler is dead until he takes the sheet off of him, and then Whistler wakes up, because that's just how it works. And basically, Whistler tells Blade that Frost took Karen and says something about the disc is decoded. And then I guess the disc of the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Bible. And then Frost is trying to like trigger a vampire apocalypse by resurrecting a vampire god. And Blade is the key, because they need the blood of the Daywalker. And so Whistler basically is telling Blade to go. Do not go there. You just need to leave and run, because if they get your blood, there'll be an army of vampires.
Yeah.
And Blade does not listen. So Whistler asks Blade to finish the job for him, and Blade doesn't want to, because this is like the closest thing he's ever had to a family. But he does when Whistler asks for his gun. He
quick draws it.
He produces it very enthusiastically.
He asks him for his gun finally when he didn't want to do it, and he's like really super fast.
Yeah, it was like it did not give gravity to the situation. It kind of ruined it. And then Whistler tells him to walk away, you stupid son of a bitch, walk the fuck away. And then Whistler, there's a gunshot, but no body, no death. So we don't know if he's dead or not.
Yeah.
We assume he's dead.
Yeah.
But we don't see it.
Not according to IMDb.
Yeah. I don't trust, if I don't see a dead body in a TV show or a movie, it didn't happen.
Apparently a silver bullet, if he is dead, doesn't
He's not a vampire.
dissolve a recently infected.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So the VHS tape was covered in blood, so I don't know. You had to have ruined your VCR to put this in.
Yeah.
At least clean it off before you leave it for me.
Yeah, you'd think.
But Frost basically is saying that, which I do think is kind of nice. Frost tells Blade that Whistler put up a fight, so that's nice. And then is like, here's exactly where we're going to be. So then we see Blade making silver bullets, and there keeps being this shot of a random flower in a cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
But no context of what this is.
No,
and then
never comes up, does it?
It never comes up. And then he, this is not the first time we've seen this flower.
No.
And then Blade also is packing up Karen's like exploding cure. But then he goes back and destroys the flower that we've never talked about, and he leaves.
Yep.
So I have no idea what the flower is about. Does anyone know?
It looks kind of like a bird of paradise, but not quite.
Yeah.
They show it like 4 or 5 times.
They showed a lot. Like,
and the
it
final
should have
time
meaning.
they zoom in on it, and it's nothing.
It means nothing to me. And so Karen is like hanging out with Emily and Frost is offering to bone her because he says that she looks tense. And to be fair, in this shot, he looked hot.
Right. Because he's got a leather jacket on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she starts insulting Frost by basically being like, you're never going to be a born vampire. You're just a made vampire.
Mudblood.
Yeah, pretty much. And he gets really mad. He's very sensitive about it. And I'm just like, I don't know, dude. You've taken over the whole council, so why do you care?
It's like when Aziz gets called a wacko.
You wacko! And he's just like, oh, how could you? So they have like, I died laughing. Oh God. So there's just this random shot, and I'm sure none of you are going to find it funny while I describe it, but there's just this horrible actor who comes into the shot and just is like,
he's wearing, by the way, the crappy Blade sunglasses and a beanie and a long goatee, and he looks about 60.
Yeah. And he's like, we have an intruder. And I'm just like, what is that?
He slowly walks
He's just
into
in
the
a hallway by himself. And
looking down the hallway, and the shot is like 20 feet away from him.
It's
comes
terrible.
Off so weird.
It's the worst shot ever, and I don't know.
We have an intruder. He's like the Osborn's butler from Spider-Man.
He is. It's so bad. But then. So Blade now has a motorcycle, and I guess he drove the motorcycle into a building. I don't really know what's happening because now it's a fight scene.
That's what's happening.
And so Quinn is telling Frost how intimidating Blade is and is describing like fighting Blade.
Yeah.
And Frost is like acting interested for a second and then tells him to shut the fuck up.
He's like, yeah, he does the slide underneath thing. He throws the sword up in the air and he catches it behind him. Shut the fuck up.
I loved it. And then Quinn's just like, all right, damn.
Yeah, apparently I love Steven Dorff now.
Yeah, it was hilarious because this is not the first time or the last time that they've had one of these weird little. These are clearly best friends or brothers. I don't know. They've been together a long time, in my guess.
He acts like Quinn is like a little brother that he's annoyed by.
Yeah, because Quinn's just like, man, he's really hard to fight. Do you see all of his martial arts? And he's just like, oh, yeah, I saw it. Shut the fuck up. Get away from me. So then, like, Blade blows up 2 of these, like, just random vampires with the cure, and it did not even look a little bit cool at all. They, like, turn into gushers, and then their faces blow up.
Yeah. Look like when they blow up on Total Recall.
We could have done anything else.
Anything else.
And so Blade makes it to a lab, and a bed opens to reveal a woman who calls him Eric. And this is his mom. And somehow he knows that it's his mom, and she knows that he's... I guess it makes sense that she knows that he's her son. But anyway. And so Frost, like, basically, she says, Frost welcomed me, and Frost is the one who bit her. So doesn't that make Frost Blade's dad?
Frost is Blade's vamp daddy.
He's his half daddy.
Yeah, his vamp daddy.
I'm gonna call it half daddy.
Yeah.
So, and she's just been like living in this bed with Frost ever since, I guess.
Apparently.
So anyway,
this bed is always completely enclosed for some reason.
She likes her. You know what?
I guess it's like sleeping in a coffin.
I guess.
I don't know.
Man, does she have the internet in there?
She doesn't seem to have anything in there but a bed.
I couldn't
either with claustrophobia. It's 2 feet off the bed.
Man, what does she do in there all day?
Yeah, well,
Frost, when he comes into this room.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Frost says, I thought you'd be happy I showed you your mom, and then starts cattle prodding Wesley Snipes, Blade.
Yeah.
And his mom has no reaction, so fuck his mom.
Yeah.
I hate her.
Yeah.
She's not cool at all, and I feel bad that he looked for her for so long because she's a bitch.
He didn't look for her. He thought she was dead. He looked for her killer.
And now just kill her. She's terrible.
Well,
not worth it. And so Karen tells Blade that basically Blade tells, like, he's like, actually, I found out that Frost is my half daddy, so I kind of want the cure now. And she's like, okay, well, just to warn you, if I give you the cure, you will not be able to regenerate anymore, and you'll lose your strength, and you'll be human. No fucking shit, Sherlock. What do you think he thought the cure was? I don't understand what she thought his concept of a cure was.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. So anyway, we make it to the green room from the computer. It is real, and it's way less green now. So we're just like in this really tall,
brown
cylindrical temple looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they call it the Temple of Eternal Night. And Quinn, for no reason, punches Blade in the face. At all.
Deacon is surprised by.
Yeah, Deacon's like, what the fuck, bro?
And then turns on and goes, thanks.
Yeah, and then he takes Blade's sword, or Deacon takes Blade's sword, but turns off the anti-vampire thing and is like, see, I told you I did my research. And it's just like, okay, I don't care.
So he can just use it.
I don't get it. I don't feel like you should be able to turn it off because I think that ultimately, shouldn't Blade want that to happen regardless?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you notice that Karen tries to say something to Blade and Deacon's like, he can't hear you. He's got the thirst now.
Yeah.
And then when he leans down to talk to Blade, Blade can hear him.
I think that Blade is just tired of Karen's bullshit.
Join the club.
Yeah. So I think he just ignored her. Because I literally have that in my notes because it's like he's immobilized and not listening until Frost talks to him.
Yeah.
He's just ignoring Karen. And so Blade offers Frost, because like basically Frost says like, well, how long has it been since you've taken your serum? And he has the like the thingy, like, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a holster, basically, of all the cures, the blow you up cure. Yeah, blow you up cures. And Blade's like, oh, it's been a while, but you should take it because you might like it, actually.
Yeah.
And then Frost is just like, I don't need it. And he yeets it over his, like his back towards the temple.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll come up later.
And it catches on something and they show that.
Yeah. And then Blade tells Frost that you'll be dead by dawn. And then Frost and Quinn are taking Karen somewhere and just talking about eating people the whole time that they're walking down there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a regular,
just
like,
casual vampire
bro conversation. It's so funny. Like, I don't know what we're doing, but I love their relationship. And they throw Karen into a pit to see her ex-boyfriend, and he's actually being really nice because he's turning into a vampire. His name's Curtis. This is the guy who got bitten at the hospital. But then, like, Curtis is just like, oh my God, do you want to be back together or not? And then she punches him in the face, and then Curtis is like, holy shit, bitch.
Yeah.
And then she easily gets away. I don't even know why this was in this.
she jumps back out the pit and just climbs out.
She neither kills Curtis, has like a closure with Curtis, or anything. She just gets back out.
Yep.
Just
climbs out. It's fine.
And so Blade's mom is cutting his shirt off and placing him inside like an action figure box.
A Wesley Snipes shaped restraint system.
Yeah. And then she's like being really gross with him. Like, she's talking to him like with her lips almost touching his lips the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, seductively.
It's weird.
So it's super freaking weird. And she's talking about like how thirsty he must be and how great it is to be a vampire and shit like that. And so then they seal Blade into his new box, and everyone gets really excited because they all hear it shut. And I guess everyone in this room knows what it means.
Sure.
So Blade starts like losing blood, and like a lot of blood, and it doesn't look great, but blood's just coating his hands in this box, falling down. And so Blade's blood starts leaking into the temple area, and then all of Frost's like cohorts start lining up the council members into the right place. And the council members are just standing on their little parts. I don't know why everyone's just following orders. I don't get it. And so then a storm rolls in because this is magic.
This is the bluest shot of the movie.
It's terrible.
They cut to outside, which is almost entirely blue, as some really fast clouds come in.
Literally. And so while this is happening, Blade's mom didn't stay to make sure Blade stayed in his box. And so Karen has now made it into the room with Blade's toy box. Emily from Lincoln Park gets mad at one of the council members for basically, he points out that Frost doesn't really care about you and how long until he kills you. So she kills 2 of them before we can do the ceremony. So
now we have 10.
Thanks a lot, Emily. What the fuck?
So does that sword just have a timer that starts down when it gets grabbed, and then you just click it and it's fine?
I guess.
So now anybody can use it, just knowing that?
I have no idea. It's stupid. And then Karen breaks Blade out. And like, if you've ever opened like a Barbie or a Cabbage, like any action figure on Christmas, she has to go around back and undo like those same little holders that hold the action figure in place in the box.
Yeah.
To get him out. And then it's too late to stop the process because Blade's already lost a lot of blood and he needs to regain his strength. So Karen offers him her tainted blood because we don't have his serum, and then he starts drinking her dry pretty much. And while this is starting, his blood is dripping onto everyone in the in the right areas in the temple. And they're all just like not dodging to get it off of their foreheads. They're just letting it happen.
Well, they show vampires holding each of them by the neck.
Oh. Well, why can't the pureblood vampires fight?
I don't know.
Just try to fight them. I don't understand why we're just acting like we're not vampires.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't tell you that.
I know, it's stupid. And so Blade gets his strength back, and Mommy Dearest just like walks into the room and is like, holy shit, you broke him out. Oh no.
Hey.
And then a single drop of blood hits Frost's head, and now the lightning...
He reacts so strongly.
Yeah, and then the lightning bolt strikes the tower and starts electrocuting everyone in the circle. And then Blade starts fighting with his mom, and then he kills her with like a bone he found. I don't know how that worked, but he stabs her through the stomach.
Yeah.
And then she's dead. And now bat demons are flying around the temple.
Bat skeletons emerge from every council member's mouth.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay. And they're just like flying around the temple all willy-nilly while all of the council members are disintegrating. And then Frost keeps getting smacked in the stomach by the bat demons.
Yeah.
And then his eyes fill up with blood. And then Blade makes it into the room and he chops off, he like easily chops off Quinn's head with like a garrote, a silver garrote. And then he catches his sunglasses mid-air. And then
the techno music
techno music hits. And it's just, this is the most late 90s thing I've ever seen. And I love it so much.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. It's amazing. And so then there's just like this massive fight. Karen is trying to kill Emily, and then Karen easily kills Emily by shooting garlic into her mouth, and she literally explodes. So there goes Linkin Park. And then we have, then this guy shows up to fight Wesley Snipes, and he starts spin kicking, but not hitting or making any connection to Wesley Snipes.
They are both spin kicking.
And then Blade starts spin kicking, not kicking him. So it's just like two men.
They both spin kick like 3 or 4 times each, nowhere near each other.
Like they were just trying to see who could get higher.
Yes, which was Wesley Snipes, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know but I don't know what the point of the scene was.
It was really bad choreography was the point of the scene.
Yeah. And so now Frost is ready to fight Blade, and he is now, I guess, technically the Lord or the god La Marga. So now we get a sword fight, and then Blade chops off Frost's arm and splits him in two. And it's kind of cool because he splits him in two, and Frost starts to fly apart, but then he just immediately goes back together and grows a new arm. And Blade like turns around and sees it and goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he literally mouths, "What the fuck?"
So it's pretty. I liked it.
He did do a super cool superhero pose when he first got his sword back.
Yeah, I like it.
Which Frost gave him time for.
Yeah, and then so basically, there's a part where Frost is like, "Oh, it's my turn now," and then he runs around the room back and forth for no reason, really quickly, and then
really
ends
fast.
right in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was
Looking
for.
straight at the camera in a terrible super pose. Super
It didn't
vamp.
look cool. And then I have, "Look at you, you're a little bitch." Did
That's
that
what he
happen?
says.
That's what he says?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hits him after that and says, "Look at you, you're a little bitch." Just like that.
No, oh my God.
This movie thinks it's so badass, and it's right.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, I love it. And then Blade sees that all of his like cures are stuck in the wall conveniently. So he throws his sword, not hitting Frost. So Frost obviously is like, "Idiot."
Nice shot, idiot.
Yeah, and apparently his sword, if the hilt hits anything, it will come out, I guess, because it comes out
Yeah.
for the vampire, like the rock.
It's hooked on a rock pretty good.
Yeah, and for some
And
reason,
the hilt sticks in the wall.
and then the anti-vampire thing comes out and explodes like it dislodges all the cures. So
And Blade does a 360 down to his knees to spin and catch it behind his back.
cool. Like it really is cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It is cool, but it's also
and then
insane.
he starts just throwing cures into Frost to kill him.
And he
then,
says, "Some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill."
Yep, he does say that. I don't know why we said that. But then Karen and Blade have killed everyone now. And so, yeah, because Frost just blows up. So it's over.
The Blade has never gotten a drop of blood on him this entire movie. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. He did not get any blood on him during a sprinkler blood scene.
Well, he came in after, technically.
Yeah.
But
everybody's coated in blood.
Never.
And then this guy explodes 6 feet away from him. Not a drop of blood on Wesley Snipes.
I love it.
Okay.
I think it's kind of cool.
Well, then you
honestly.
can have it.
I'll take it. And so Blade and Karen make it outside, and then Karen's like, "I need to get back into the lab to get a cure." And then Blade's like, "No, there's a war going on. If you want to help me make a better serum." So that's pretty cool. He's going to stay Blade.
Yeah.
And then we're in Moscow all of a sudden, and Blade is just now in the snow killing vampires. And that's the end of the movie.
I guess Blade 2, the Kremlin projective. I guess he goes to Moscow. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I liked it. I didn't remember this movie. I've seen it, but I did not remember it at all. It's lit. I'm
Never
gonna be
seen
honest.
it. Probably won't see it again. I am curious about the other two now.
Me too, honestly. I
The
don't
second
remember
one's
them
directed
either.
by Guillermo del Toro.
I know, but we just don't have time right now.
We do not have time.
Yeah, maybe one day. You know what would be nice is watching a movie for fun.
I don't remember that.
Me neither. It'd be nice to watch a movie without taking extensive notes.
I haven't played a video game in 2 months.
Oh.
Because of all this.
Yeah. That's fair, but I loved it. I thought it was great. I think if you haven't seen it,
I loved it. I thought it was stupid, and I think you should see it.
Yeah. I don't think the whole plot is stupid. I think there are dumb moments and very 90s moments.
Goofy.
Yeah. I think it's great, though. I loved it. I'd watch it again. But
I wouldn't go that far.
Anything else you want to say about it? Or are you ready to just pick our actors and stuff?
I think it's fun. I guess that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then it's my turn to pick the actor, right?
I picked Wesley Snipes, so yeah.
Okay. And there's only one other person who I recognize from this movie, which is Donald Logue.
Oh, yeah. There's really... I mean, Chris Christopherson.
I don't even know who that is.
He's in the original Star is Born.
Oh, no thank you.
Yeah, no thanks. You picking Donald Logue?
Yeah, I'm picking Donald Logue.
Well, that's handy for our MCU rewatch. We'll go to Ghost Rider.
Oh, he's the friend in that, right?
He is the friend in that, yeah. And I'd rather see him not act so corny.
I bet he's even worse.
Show you the
honestly think he was none of the acting in this movie was bad other than Karen. And Karen was only bad because she didn't have a reaction to anything.
That could be direction.
It could be.
Like Jessica Alba in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
She was just very, she wasn't surprised by what was happening, but also had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so Ghost Rider next week.
Ghost Rider, yeah. Let's cover both of these since we're not covering him in our Legacy rewatches.
Okay. All right. I'm ready for that. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we leak from Blade to Ghost Rider. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening. Chain Link Theater will return in Ghost Rider.